Welcome back to Retirement News Online. As America's workforce grows older and more grumpier, and defined contribution plans become the primary source of retirement savings, the responsibility for turning those savings into reliable income has shifted to individuals. Now, this shift is especially challenging for pre-retirees, those within 5 to 10 years of retirement who must navigate complex decisions around creating sustainable income, timing benefit claims, and managing longevity risk. Joining me is Tim McCarty with Swarm Financial in Lexington, South Carolina, which, by the way, is a beautiful town. I've been there a couple times. When we think about retirement income planning, when do you start?
As soon as possible.
Yeah.
You think of someone in their mid to late 20s, you've gotten out of college, you've secured a great job, you're making some money. It's never too soon to start. You have to start. If you start in your 20s, you can actually take advantage of long-term compounding of your funds. Now, you won't realize this until you're 30 or 40 or 50, but it makes a huge difference on the other end. You start with, first step would be to sit down with a financial advisor, sit down with someone that you trust, and help them put you on a path forward.
And then, so what's the first step? Because I know, and I want to think about, those people who might be in the retirement red zone, which is within 5 to 10
Sure.
years of starting to take income. That's a little bit of a different conversation, because now we don't have as much time,
Sure.
To make up for, big things happening. Like at the time of this conversation today, we've had all this trouble in Mexico, and then we've had the market just dump 700 points at the opening bell. People get a little agitated. We have to take all that stuff into consideration when we're starting to get ready to take income, don't we?
Sure, absolutely. The events that around the world have such a dramatic effect on what the markets do. It's vitally important that you position yourself with a proper plan. And with each stage of life, you have to go back and look at that plan and revisit that plan. Sit down with somebody in your late 20s that can get you on the right path, and then follow that path, follow up on it. Your life changes from your 20s into your 30s. You probably don't have a family in your 20s and 30s. You may not have a mortgage and 2 kids, but by the time you're in your late 30s, early 40s, you have children, you have a mortgage, you're making good money, but your life's changed. So your plan has to change as you go forward. And with each decade comes new challenges. Your 30s and 40s, your family's growing, and you need to change your plan to accommodate for that. Into your 50s, you can take advantage of catch-up provisions. What is that? So many people don't know. Why should I do this? So many people don't know. Late 50s, early 60s, retirement's something you've always dreamed of, but now you're there. I mean, you're close. You can see the end. You can see the red line. That's when you really should sit down and talk about how you're going to look at that income planning. What are you going to do? How are you going to make it last? And with the right person and the right products, you can easily do that. Guarantee that you don't outlive your money.
And arguably, I think that time, I think a lot of retirees, or they're getting ready to retire, they think, I'm probably going to be in a lower tax bracket, which is often not the case.
Sure.
The tax planning is really crucial, especially when you're starting to take income. How do you deal with that? How do you plan around that?
Well, you look at exactly what your income is. You have to figure out if your income stream's coming from qualified account or non-qualified account. You have to figure out what that does to you with your taxes. Where are you sitting? Are you in a comfortable tax bracket? Are you living the way you want to live? Quality of life is as important in retirement as it is as you're going into retirement. And from your 50s into your 60s as you transition, you have a lot of challenges there as well. You've got to make sure the plan's in place for the guaranteed income, but you're also going to be looking at Social Security. When do you take it? A lot of people say, I want to take it as early as I can. Well, why? Do you need to? Do you need the money, or do you want the money? What will that do to your income taxes? What will that do to your tax bracket? What will it do as far as you're planning long term? Everybody knows that the longer you wait, the more you get. Okay, what is it, from 8% increase from full retirement age out to age 70? You also have to look at family dynamics. How's your health? I mean, it's crazy to consider, but how's your health? What's your longevity look like? There's no magic button for taking Social Security. We wish there was, but there's not. So there are so many factors to look at. You sit down with someone that you can trust, and you take their advice based on your individual needs.
And with most people getting near retirement themselves, they're just thinking about accumulation, right? So again, quickly, the most important part of retirement is actually the distribution phase, which is often overlooked, or they don't understand that that's the most important part.
Sure.
And it goes back to what you said. You have to have a plan in place, right?
Sure.
Well, appreciate your time. You've done a great job, and I've enjoyed this conversation.
Thank you, sir.
Tim McCarty, Swarm Financial. Retirement News Online is our channel. You can find us at retirementnewsonline.com. We appreciate your time. Thanks for watching.